Welcome to the FX Options Weekly Outlook, a weekly podcast series hosted by Jason Ayres, a top instructor, trader, and founder of OptionSource.net. Join Jason as he discusses the latest trends in the Forex market with a look ahead on the US dollar versus the major currencies using the most commonly used technical indicators.
Hi there and welcome to the ISC FX Options Weekly Outlook for January 11th, 2010. As always, this is Jason Ayres of OptionSource.net. Let's take a look at our weekly chart of the US dollar index. Well, the US dollar lost some ground this past week against most major currencies, but continued to hold above this 76.77 focal zone. We continue to anticipate a push into the 79.81 box. Now, the daily snapshot reflects more clearly the formation of what appears to be a bullish continuation flag, with the 77 zone being an important near-term support. Let's take a look at the CDD, the US versus the Canadian dollar. Well, the US dollar could not hold the 104.5 support that had been in place for several months. This lends further credibility to a move down to test 102. Now, a break back above 104 will put a more bullish spin on the outlook of the US dollar against the Canadian. However, a new resistance level has been identified at the 105.5, 106 focal zone. 107, 108 remains a key overhead resistance in the bigger picture. Well, the US dollar continues to hold its ground against the yen, as seen here in the ISC FX Options pair value YUK. Now, it is not unrealistic to expect some backfilling that may result in a test of the 90.91 focal zone. However, as long as support holds at 92, we are open to the possibility of a move into this 95.96 box. Well, the US dollar continues to hold its ground against the euro, as seen here in the EUI. However, we are open to the possibility of a retracement back down into the 68.5 box. The pair value continues to consolidate along the upper range of the 69.5 focal zone, lending further credibility to a move up towards the 71.5 to 72 box. The US dollar made an attempt to push higher against the pound but could not break the 63 resistance. As long as support holds at 61.5, we are open to the possibility of a continuation to the upside. However, the 63.5 range remains a key overhead resistance. A break below 61.5 opens the window for a move as deep as 59.5, 60. Well, the US dollar continued to slide against the Australian dollar, as seen here in the pair value AUX. Now, the 106, 108 focal zone is an important support, and any break below 106 may result in a drop as deep as the 101 to 104 box. The pair needs to break back above 109 for us to resume a bullish outlook, in which case the 111, 112 box poses a strong overhead resistance. Let's take a look at a few of our key points. First of all, the US dollar index pulled back slightly but holds above 77. As with last week, we may see a deeper retracement. However, it does appear as though a shallow bull flag is forming on the daily chart, opening the window for further US dollar strength against most major currencies. The CDD broke the 104 support and is likely to test 102. The pair value needs to break back above 104 before we can be bullish on the US dollar. The YUK pulled back early in the week but retested the 92.93 focal zone. If the pair value holds 92, we are targeting 95.96 for the next move higher. The EUI closed the week with a retest of the 69.5 focal zone for support. It appears as though a shallow bull flag is forming, opening the window for a push towards 71.5, 72. The BPX found support in the 61.5 to 62 range and subsequently made an attempt to retest our 63.5 focal zone. Now, we may see continued consolidation this week, as this zone represents a measured retracement. Once again, 63.5 remains an area of key overhead resistance. Finally, the AUX continued to move lower, now testing a critical support within the 106 to 108 range. We are likely to see some consolidation within this zone. A break below 106 opens the window for a much deeper move to the downside for the US dollar. And this has been your ISE FX Options Weekly Outlook for January 11th, 2010. Thanks for joining me here this week. We'll see you here next week.
Thank you for participating in this week's session. Please join us again next week. For trading ideas, exchange rates, webinars, news, and commentary, visit www.fxoptions.com. Become an OptionSource.net member. Visit www.optionsource.net. ISE FX options can be easily traded through all options-enabled brokerage accounts. These exchange-listed securities are cash-settled in U.S. dollars and have a European-style exercise.